Hey y'all, I'm back with my November 2025 reading wrap up, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Books with Kimberly. Don't forget to like, comment, share my channel, and subscribe. Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed your holiday. So I'm here with my November reading wrap up. I read a total of 11 books, and all 11 were ebooks. Honey, me and my Kindle baby were going to town. So let's get right into the books that I read in the month of November. I started off jumping into the Delgado series by Jahquel J. I read the Cappadonna series early in the year, and so now I'm reading Cappadonna's books, which he has like 5 of them. So I read 2, Cappadonna I and Cappadonna II. Cappadonna stories, I enjoyed them a lot more than I enjoyed Capone's books. I think the pacing is finally getting to a speed that I like. She was doing a lot of world building and character background in those first 2 Capone books, and it didn't speed up till book 3. And I'm happy that she's keeping that momentum in Cappadonna stories. So Capone and Cappadonna are twins. While Capone was in the streets creating this big empire for them, his brother was in jail for 10, 15 years. So he missed out on a lot. And now that he is being released, he plans on taking over the business so that his brother can be a family man with his new wife and his kids. Cappadonna is back in town. He is so funny, y'all, but he is just as crazy as his brother, if not crazier. And he don't play about this new girl in his life, and she is Alea. The two of them met while he was in prison. She would be there visiting her husband, who her husband passes away. They were in some kind of poly marriage, and child, he didn't say it in his will that his wives now belong to his brother, but Alea wants nothing to do with the brother. Cappadonna runs into her now that he's free and sees that she is struggling. She's pregnant. She's trying to make ends meet, but she does not work. She was used to having a husband take care of her. And so Cappadonna comes in and is like, look, you're not even legally married. I can take care of you. All you got to do is say the word. And she does. And I don't know. It's something about a damsel in distress, a strong man who just want to provide for her, make her life easier. He don't mind taking on that baby and making that baby part of the family. Like, I just love him. He actually has a girlfriend named Kendra. She has been hiding a huge secret from him, and she was not holding him down while he was in jail. So he is completely turned off from her, but she is causing some drama. The brother-in-law turned supposedly husband is causing some drama. And then there's some street drama happening. So y'all know I love the drama. Cappadonna's books definitely have it, so I am enjoying them. I love book 1 and book 2. I gave Cappadonna 1 4 stars and Cappadonna 2 5 stars because it had a little bit more drama and the romance is unfolding just beautifully between Cappadonna and Alea. He's so patient and loving with her. My only critique of this series is that it is very similar to Capone's books, and I just would have loved a little more newer elements. Even the cliffhangers are very deja vu, very similar. I would like a little bit more creativity, but I am enjoying the drama, the love story, the humor, the family dynamics, and I do want to continue reading this series. Maybe not as fast because it's feeling a little predictable at this point, so I'm probably going to do a soft DNF with the rest of the books just momentarily, but I still plan on getting more into this series in 2026. Next 2 books are by mon'ae. I am just enjoying her catalog. These books are And Then There Was You, book 1 and book 2. The series is about Seven, who is a broke college student. Her neighbor Britlin catches her crying over an eviction notice, and she's like, look, my man's birthday is coming up. You join us in the bedroom for a night of fun and I'll give you $1,000. Of course, Seven says no at first. She is a law student. She like, I can't be doing stuff like this. But more things happen, more money is needed, and she decides to go for it. And her and Nasir, who is the boyfriend, they kind of have a connection during this whole encounter. She's not into Britlin, But her and Nasir definitely have something happening, and they keep running into each other at this apartment building. He asks her out as friends. They're just friends, of course, because he's still with Britland. But the two of them are definitely connecting as they are meeting up, hanging out. He is seeing a lot that he is missing in his relationship with Britland that he has in this new blooming friendship with Seven. And so Nasir is trying to get out of this 4-year relationship with Britland and lock things down with Seven. She definitely is not letting him have full access to her unless Britland is out of the picture. So there's a lot of drama there. Also, both of them have best friends who have a past, and so they're reigniting things, but there's a lot of drama, a lot of hurt and pain from how they broke up in the past. So it was kind of giving that second chance romance that I don't like, where one person is just really cold, bitter, still in love, but can't get over it. So it kind of weighed the story down a little bit, but the main stars definitely, I like the drama that was happening with this love triangle. Of course, I enjoyed this book and give them both 4 stars. Only thing keeping me from giving it 5 is mon'ae. She has this thing with putting her main characters in this bubble, even though there's this drama happening. And I just be wanting her to burst that bubble, honey. I wish Britland would have caught on to what was happening a lot sooner, because that would have been some good drama. And it didn't have to be like obsessed, stalkerish behavior. If the stakes were a tad bit higher, it would have been a 5. Just kind of add a little bit more messiness and drama. But overall, love the series. The next book is also by mon'ae. Fell for the Wrong One. I really enjoyed this one. So we get introduced to 2 twins, Zariah, I'm probably saying that name wrong, and Zara. So Zara is one of them girls who believes in getting men, honey. Getting men for their coins. So sis is like, look, I done met 2 men. One is an NBA player. I'm about to go out of town with him and secure this bag. This other guy, I don't know what his pocket's looking like, so I'm going to ask you to go on a date with him and pretend to be me. Of course, Zariah is like, no, I'm not pretending to be you. But Zara holds something that happened in Zariah's past over her head to get her to do it. And she ends up going on a date with Lawson, who is actually a CEO and making way more money than that NBA player. So Lawson falls for Zariah, who he thinks is Zara. Zara is falling for him. And so the stakes are high. The drama is good. The connection is growing. The 2 of them are just meant to be. But she is not the twin he thinks he is going out with. And it's just, some drama is about to happen. I give this one 4.5 stars, 4 stars. I would have loved to give it 5, but it's that same critique as the other books that I've read by mon'ae, is that I needed the drama to happen a little sooner, because these 2 was in this nice little bubble while the twin out of town with the NBA player. Both twins should have been in the same town. They should have been in the same restaurant, and him I wanted more messiness. I like the mess, y'all. The next series is by Miss J, y'all. Miss J is India Carter. She went viral for her Danger Brothers series, Intrigued by Danger, Tempted by Danger, Captivated by Danger. I think those are the right titles, but those books went crazy. I enjoyed them last year. I am so glad that one of the Books with Kimberly followers let me know that she has another pen name, Miss J, and she has this Duke Brothers series. So I read all 4 books in the series, and let's get into them. The first 2 books are Stolen by a Duke. And this book is about Irvy, who's married to this shiesty governor. He's just a horrible person. Cheating on her, spending her money, because she come from money. He does too, but he is just gambling it all away. And so he ends up needing more money on top of the loan he already took out. More money from this billionaire, Anais Duke. And Anais is like, look, if I give you another $100K, you got to start paying me on Monday. He thinks he can outsmart him and goes out of the country with his wife. Child, Anais and his people go pick them up and the wife is now kidnapped. And the governor is all on the news crying over his wife, but it's all fake. And as she falls out of love with him and gets tired of his crap, she starts to fall for the very rich, very handsome Anais Duke. And so the two of them form a relationship. Even after she's released, she can't get enough of him. And it's a lot of good drama, a lot of spiciness. I really enjoyed this series. I think my only critique is maybe it dragged a little bit and I could have used a little bit more romance, maybe. I don't know. But I give both book 1 and book 2 4 stars. The next 2 books in the series were Saved by a Billionaire. We already are familiar with Christina, who is Irvy's best friend, and Amos Duke, who is the younger brother of Anais Duke. And so in this series, the two of them have this enemies thing going. They do not like each other over something really funny that happened in the first part of the series. However, Christina's boyfriend has been released from prison and he has it out for her. At first, Amos, because he does not like her, is decided that he, as an assassin, is going to take her out. But he ends up talking with his brother, who is like, look, no, that is my wife's best friend. She has to be protected at all costs. Make sure nothing happens to her. So Christina moves in with Amos and they go from enemies to lovers. What was so unique about this book is that there's a lot of family drama on Christina's end. Her mom has been in prison for like 20 years. She hates her father. So there's a lot of drama there. Because of this, she actually has a history of being a drug addict. And because of all the drama happening with the ex-boyfriend, she finds herself back in a dark place and going to drugs. And I just thought this was very interesting. I've never read a book where the main female character had an addiction. And so I thought that this was a really interesting flaw. I feel like it gave a lot more dynamic to the characters and the storylines. I just really love the emotion and the rise and fall of this main character and how Amos was there every step of the way. Even though there were a lot of times she pushed him away, she blamed him. It was just a lot of emotions and I ate this up. The love story, the relationship was tested in so many ways within book 1 and book 2, and I just enjoyed every minute of it. So I gave both books 5 stars. The last 2 books are also by Miss J, and they are Bound to a Gangsta's Love. The main female character of these books is mon'ae. She's a young 27, 28-year-old, and her current boyfriend is horrible. He is on her about her weight gain and wants her to lose weight. He demeans her, talks down on her, cheats on her, and he done had twins on her, y'all. And guess who's taking care of the twins? Not the baby mama who running the streets. Not him who's cheating and running the streets, but mon'ae. So mon'ae is a business owner and she's taking care of these kids most of the week. He tells her, look, go to California with your friends. I'm going to be here when he's not. He literally is out of town with a side chick. But while he's out of town with a side chick, she's on a birthday trip in California, and he has set up for her to go to a consultation with a plastic surgeon to have weight loss surgery. While she's in California on this trip, she meets Gio, and she finally getting her get back. So I love a woman who gets her get back, and the man is rich, and he fine, and he's spending money on her. Chef's kiss. Gio is actually married, and he's in an open relationship. So that was interesting of like, can he have his wife and have her too? But then the wife is falling for another guy. It was so much drama happening, and I ate all of it up. I give both books 4 stars. Probably what's keeping me from giving them 5 is maybe it was so much drama that the love story wasn't as strong. And y'all know I'm a romance girly. But the drama was so good that it doesn't really matter because I really enjoyed these books. Y'all, that's it for the books I read in the month of November. Let me know what your favorite holiday read was. And thank you for tuning in to a Books with Kimberly video.